here working on the skagit donkey build, and I got a couple distributors apart best I can. That one I heated up red hot. I still couldn't get it apart. And this one, it's got a broke off bolt in there. So eventually I'm gonna have to get both these apart and figure out which one I want to deal with. This one here was the most complete. Oh no, that one here was the most complete with the best parts. This distributor body actually came off the Model A air compressor that was left out in the weather, and everything's just really rusty. But I got the starter painted. This is gonna be the dash. This is another body I have for a distributor that I'm probably gonna end up using. I just wanted to rebuild 2 distributors at one time. That way I had a spare. I got the starter, the fan, the dash, a timing. This one's for the timing from the distributor rod, and that's an access panel for the clutch. And now I ground out this manifold's cracked all the way around. I ground it out best I could. It's cracked. It's only got about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch there, holding it together. So I got some brazing rod. I'm gonna attempt to braze it out, and then later I'll drill these out. Well, it ain't perfect, but it's good enough, I guess. I was having a really hard time. I think it's just the amount of, maybe I didn't get it clean enough, but it just didn't want to flow. But it's brazed up. It's kind of ugly, but it's all right. Now I'm gonna drill out these 2 bolts. This were the intake manifold bolts to the exhaust manifold. They use the same bolts here. They have 4 studs that this thing clamps down to. I'm gonna try to drill them out and helicoil it. I've tried to drill them out already and they're just garbage, so we'll see. All right, YouTube, different day, same project, but this is the intake manifold for the donkey for the Model A motor. I went ahead and cleaned it up. It's got a slight chip in it, but I think it'll be good for the donkey. This has a vacuum port here because I have a whistle we're gonna put on it for the whistles since it doesn't have air. I think that'd be kind of neat. Here's the manifold, the brazed manifold. It's been painted with the high temp black. And I drilled out the broken bolts, and now I'm gonna go ahead and helicoil these. So I'll get back to you once we get this helicoiled. Helicoil set, it's pretty easy. These are just oversized taps. And you have this spring deal. Well, first you can go ahead and drill it. Oversize if you need to. A lot of times if they're stripped, you don't need this drill bit. For a 5/16, this is a 21/64. Then use your oversized tap, run it through. And that little spring deal, this thread insert on the bottom hooks to the bottom here. And you just thread them in there. And then you can see this one still got the tab in it, but then you take this little punch tool, put it in there, and just hit it with a hammer and it breaks off that tab. Now, unfortunately on this one, I ran the thread insert all the way to the bottom, so I can't break it off, but that's fine. Done now. I'll go ahead and put some bolts in it.